Welcome in. It's time for another morning espresso here on the SDH Network. I'm Jason Longshore. It's Monday, it's January 20th, and I'll get you ready with all the soccer news that you need to know to start your day. Let's start with the two big rumors on the Atlanta United front. We know how things ended last week. Let's get caught up on Miguel Almiron and Emmanuel Latte Lath. For Almiron, he did not play in Newcastle's loss over the weekend. He was on the bench in that match. There are no updates as of this morning. Scott Wilson of the Northern Echo wrote yesterday that Almiron's time with Newcastle was set to come to an end this week, with him poised to return to Atlanta. There's other rumors that have popped up in a variety of different languages. None of them are coming from reputable sources, so please keep that in mind. Let's move over to Emmanuel Latte Lath. Craig Johns at the Teesside Gazette this morning wrote about his performance over the weekend, which was very good. Middlesbrough lost, but Latte Lath scored a goal in that. Michael Carrick, Middlesbrough's manager, said he's going to have no hesitation continuing to pick Emmanuel Latte Lath to play. There are, you know, there is the talk about him leaving. There is all of that going on, but no bid has been accepted by Middlesbrough, according to Craig Johns at the Teesside Gazette. The only offer at this point is from Atlanta United. No actual offer has arrived from a Premier League club. There's been talk about interest, but nothing has happened yet. Michael Carrick said this about Emmanuel Latte Lath: for sure, he'll keep playing. He's a big part of the group, and he played well today, and he scored. So I was really happy with Manu today. There's no change in his situation. Middlesbrough host West Brom tomorrow evening. Ruben Amorim, Manchester United. He gave a headline. He said he was going to give a headline. He did give a headline. He said, "We are the worst team maybe in the history of Manchester United." I know you want headlines, but I'm saying that because we have to acknowledge that and to change that. Here you go, your headlines. They're in 13th place. They're 10 points above the relegation zone, but they're not in any real certainty that that won't become an issue for them if they play like they did in the 3-1 loss against Brighton. 6 losses in 11 Premier League games since Amorim arrived to replace Eric Ten Hag. Kylian Mbappe, he scored twice, helped Real Madrid beat Las Palmas 4-1, and now they are on top in La Liga after Atleti lost 1-0 at Leganés. Barcelona, there's always drama, right? They're trying to get back into the Camp Nou stadium, and that's going to be delayed until May at the earliest. It was supposed to happen at the end of 2024. It's supposed to be there to mark the club's 125th anniversary on November 29th. Well, we're past that. That didn't happen. They've been playing at the Estadio Olympic. That has been a nice backup home for them. However, they're about to run into an issue. Now, Barcelona let their socios, their members, know that the agreement to play at the Estadio Olympic would be extended until April 23rd. That would go through the Real Mallorca game. Their next home game after that is a big one, Real Madrid, May 10th. Here's the problem: they can't play that at the Estadio Olympic because the Rolling Stones have a gig that day there. So they're going to have to be back at the Camp Nou. Now, that's a really good match to reopen the Camp Nou, but um, are they going to get everything done in time? This is a club that hasn't really met its deadlines. Good luck, Barcelona. San Francisco based private equity firm Sixth Street, the owner of Bay FC, they are looking to acquire or launch several additional women's soccer clubs around the world as part of a newly launched initiative called Bay Collective. Be on the lookout for more on that. Some silly season updates before we get into the MLS side of things. PSG, they have announced the signing of 23-year-old Kavicha Kvaratskhelia, the first Republic of Georgian player in the club's history. Dele Alli is back. He is signed with Como and Serie A on an 18-month deal. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he is now the new head coach at Besiktas in Turkey. And Anthony is going to be loaned by Manchester United to Real Betis with no purchase clause for the rest of the season. That deal has not worked out for the Red Devils very well. Keylor Navas, who we had talked about before, linked with San Lorenzo, he now has another offer from an Argentine club, Newell's Old Boys. That has accelerated in the last few hours, according to TIC, and he could be headed to Newell's. Gremio has also expressed an interest in Keylor Navas. Neymar, talk about Chicago. Not all that likely. Looks like he's going to go back to Santos. Kind of expected that a Brazilian club would try to block any possibility of Neymar coming to MLS. Local media reports last night came out that Neymar is close to agreeing to a deal to return to Santos. It would be a loan initially from Al Hilal. Three different players scored their first international goal for the U.S. men's national team. 3-1 win against Venezuela in Fort Lauderdale on Saturday. Jack McGlynn, Patrick Ajuman, Matko Miljevic all scored. Matko has been the source of all kinds of conversation on the Bird app and other social media platforms. Yes, he got into a little bit of an argument about a penalty. Yes, he's known for getting into arguments. Look, I'm giving Mauricio Pochettino the benefit of the doubt at this stage. If he wants to see what this guy's got, then let's see what the guy's got. Yeah, he's probably got to better deal with some anger issues. This has been a recurring thing for him, but maybe Pochettino can put him on the right path. Maybe scoring for the national team can put him on the right path. The U.S. men will host Costa Rica on Wednesday in Orlando. Lionel Messi upset the Mexican supporters of Club America in Las Vegas. Big friendly over the weekend with Inter Miami and Club America. Messi scored the first goal of the game on a header, first goal for Inter Miami to equalize. It's on a header, which doesn't happen very often. And when he scored, there was a lot of booing from the crowd, predominantly Club America fans. And he responded with a gesture, three fingers for Argentina's 3 World Cup wins and 0 for Mexico, having never won the World Cup. And that has not gone over very well. Bofo Bautista, the former Chivas great, has already come out and talked trash about Messi for that. The 45,262 fans at Allegiant Stadium, most of them Club America fans, probably talking a lot of trash about Lionel Messi. But it's Miami who ends up getting the win in a penalty shootout. Santiago Morales, the 17-year-old, converted the winning penalty to win the match. It's the first of 5 for Inter Miami on their Americas tour. Orlando City, they get the deal done to bring in Nicolas Rodriguez, the Colombian from Fortaleza, comes in as a U22 initiative player, reported fee of $3 million for 70% of his rights. Miami have acquired Telasco Segovia from Portuguese top flight side Casa Pia. That was announced on Friday. They're also braced to lose Facundo Farias, who's drawing offers from Argentina, Racing Club, and Estudiantes. Another bid from Estudiantes, all fueled by Foster Gillett, the former son, or the son of the former owner of Liverpool. He's working with Juan Sebastian Veron to remake Estudiantes. It's part of a long-term project. They haven't really hit on many of these attempted hijacking moves in this window so far. Maya Yoshida, Japanese defender, he has signed a new 2-year deal with the Galaxy. He was their captain. He played all but 25 minutes throughout their regular season and playoff run to win MLS Cup. Galaxy have also signed 4 players to homegrown contracts that will kick in after they start out with Ventura County FC, the next pro side. Owen Pratt, 16-year-old goalkeeper, 18-year-old defenders Riley Delgado and Pepe Magana, and 14-year-old midfielder Vicente Garcia. Delgado's homegrown deal will take place next year. The others will move up to the first team roster in 2027. San Jose, they have signed Cadron Spivey to a homegrown deal, 15-year-old. His older brother, 18-year-old Jermaine, to an MLS Next Pro deal. Cadron will be on a homegrown deal through 2028 with an option for 2029. He was the MLS Next U15 MVP, and he's one of the top prospects in the youth national team program for the United States. The Quakes also made some money. They sold Emi Ochoa to Cruz Azul. Only one first team appearance for San Jose, 48 MLS Next Pro games for the Town FC, around $2 million, according to ESPN, in that transaction. Austin, they get the deal done for Sebastian Driussi to go to River Plate, reportedly near $10 million, opening up a designated player spot. Houston have opened up a designated player spot as well. They agreed to mutually terminate the contract of Sebastian Ferreira. He looks to be headed to the Argentine League. Everything gets started on SDH this week, 9:05, the SDH Live AM show with John Nelson leading the charge. More updates on Miguel Almiron, on Emmanuel Latte Lath as they are warranted. Stay tuned. Everybody's awake now on the other side of the pond, so there could be some interesting moves, interesting talk, interesting chatter. Always a fun time. Make sure you're watching on YouTube, on X, on Twitch, or on Facebook. And I'll be back tomorrow morning with another Morning Espresso.